Well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention, because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, people. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Architects of Fate. Tuesday night. It is Star Trek night, and we are playing Star Trek Adventures Strange New Playtest. And we are going to be playtesting the second edition rules and using the quickstart module, as well as the quickstart characters. And this wonderful cast is going to be coming together for episode 2, Because I Could Not Stop for Death. And what I'm going to say is our people that are going to be not stopping for death today are going to be, I'm going to start with you, Rob. Is that okay?
Yep, for sure.
Okay, go ahead, and why don't you lay it out there. Hey, thanks, Atlas.
Yeah, I'm Rob, longtime TTRPGer, and I'm super excited to be playing my first love, Star Trek. I usually play the Galaxy Far, Far, a long time ago and a far, far away, but I'm excited to be what's the word? I don't know. I'm playing Hernadez tonight. Lieutenant Zoe Hernadez, science officer.
All right, and next up, I'm just going to go down kind of across the row here. Cam, you want to talk to us a little bit?
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Cam. I'm also a longtime TTRPG player, all the way back to the early 1970s 3-book Dungeons and Dragons box. So that's a long time. Tonight I'm playing Lieutenant Commander Burt Ben Jaxa, Tellerite. I'm ready to eat some pie from last week.
Okay, And then batting cleanup today is Mortis. Jim, the bar has been set, sir. You got several several things to pound upon the table.
Well, I am Mortis Glacialis, and I have been playing role-playing games over 40 years as well. Not quite as long as some of the others, but have been for a while. I'm going to be playing the group's Token Vulcan today, and medical officer. So hopefully I'll have something to do, because you know how that is. The medical guy usually doesn't have anything to do. So I will stand back, look good, and throw up gang signs.
All right. Oh, and I didn't put you guys' faces up. Sorry about that. I was trying to keep a couple of things going here. And then I am the referee, and that's because I was the last one to say not it before we met. And I'll be taking on the role of Nelazen, the Commodore. And also, I think I've played role-playing games are the ones with the dice, right? They're the ones with the weird dice. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think you guys will, yeah. And I'm gonna be the person that says, "What's a pair of jacks get?" So what we do is we're gonna quickly. Oh man, I just feel like Gandalf looking around my screen here. We are playing the episode "Could Not Wait for Death," and when we left, and I never pasted the frickin' thing in here. You find yourselves inside of some kind of a sphere, whether it's a Kenmore Sphere or an Electrolux Sphere, we don't know. You came here because of a special anomaly. You were drawn into it. At this point, the ship was not too stressed, which was good, but you also don't seem to have an exit, which is bad. And then on the navigational beam, Zarthras had a stream of digits, which I believe Zoe was able to decode into a string of digits, which was pi. And I think that the captain seemed to be constipated and possibly incredibly distracted. And the Beta Z communications officer also seemed to have some problems, and is now in med bay, but is doing well. Did we miss any other salient points before launching into an urgent conference that is Star Trek?
No, I think that's good.
We got it? Okay. I didn't want to leave out anybody's, most embarrassing moments. All right, now I need to find, there it is. Hey, because look, I had screens. So that was annoying. And also I've got to send you guys, I apologize. I'm gonna share our screen so you can kind of see what's happening, because that would help. There we go. All right, so you're all set. And this is Celestial Algorithm, Could Not Wait for Death. And as far as I know, you're at yellow alert. It seems the commander is going to be just kind of reciting poetry for a while. Whatever it was, seemed to have relapsed him. If you don't show up, well, limbs come off, or basically we just sit you in a chair for a minute. And then we now have these digits, and I think I wasn't sure where we were at with what you guys were going to do, because Nella's like, I'm waiting. What does that mean? How do we answer this thing?
Captain, I think we should respond with a similar mathematical equation in kind.
Okay. So what you thinking? You thinking Archimedes Docet? Are you thinking the Rigelian irrational series? What are you thinking?
Well, there's a lot of options. There's the golden ratio. Maybe how about the mathematical constant?
Which one would that be?
Well, the 2.71828 is the mathematical constant, Captain, in case you didn't know.
Look, I work for a living. I don't know math.
I'm an engineer. I just look it up.
I think everyone. I like that collectively we all
It's
just
all in the
stare
steam
and go nerd
tables.
at the science books.
It's
It's all in
it's the
steam
base
tables.
of natural logarithms and is fundamental in calculus and complex analysis, much like pi is to geometry.
Okay, well, I think that's actually an interesting solution there. Why don't we attempt it? I don't know if we even need a die roll because it's just sending out a string of digits back down the pipe, right?
Yes.
As long as you don't do a typo.
Oh, that
Well,
would
a
be
typo might get.
okay. Now that you've introduced the concept, a typo is now.
See what happens when you put an engineer on the
You get
bridge?
you get a little where's my strange?
I was just going to send them pie because they asked for pie.
So we have 2 momentum as I read it, and I'm going to say that Mortis, you're going to be the special officer in charge of radishes and momentum.
Radishes and momentum.
Radishes and momentum.
Okay.
We gave you a little pip on your shoulder there. You've actually kept track of it in the past, so I wouldn't say.
I have, yes.
So yeah, if you want to, whoever wants to get the message together. So mathematically, I'm guessing it's going to be reason and science would be the thing I would have to prepare the message. And then there's a transmitting of the message. And since the communications officer's out of their gourd right now, we can just have whoever happens to be near the phone pick it up. Nella's going to say, Doctor, what are you doing? unless unless Ben Jackson was. Sorry.
I'm kind of worried about the captain, Commodore, but I was going to actually try to do a down low scan on him, see how he's hanging in.
Oh, how she's. Oh, it is.
How she's hanging in. Yeah, sorry.
Yep, that's okay. That's okay because I don't look like a she, so that's pretty straightforward.
Well, I've slept a couple times since we played last, so I just didn't remember.
So going ahead and doing that. If you want it surreptitiously, I go with medicine and probably daring or presence, which is weird. But you're going to charismatically scan somebody, is how I'm going to interpret that.
Gotcha.
Because you're trying to keep it a little bit out of there. And then sorry.
And mainly, I'm trying to just hide it from the rest of the crew. I don't want them to be concerned, you know.
Oh, so, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, not the captain.
Yeah, she doesn't have to know either, but if she finds out, I'm not as concerned as if other people do. So.
Okay. And engineer, do you want to prepare the transmission?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna call this a con and reason.
Reason and science.
Yeah, you've got reason and science to prep the message.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you have to create a message and then send it because.
All right.
Everything's a 3-step problem with me.
So Zoe can create the message and maybe Burke can send it. How's that?
Yes, that was what I was hoping.
Okay.
I apologize. That was how I had it in my head.
Yeah, no worries.
Again,
so,
ask any of my exes. I always make things many, many more steps than need to be.
Right. So Zoe gets a free D20 for computer expertise.
She does.
So I'll just roll 2, 4, and a 10. So
she gets a free she gets a free D20?
Yeah, for computer expertise related items.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking, go ahead and roll a third die.
4 and 10. I think that covered it.
Oh, it is. We're going for extra momentum. or am I mistaken something?
No, I was just rolling 2 because she gets a free one.
Oh, well, your default's 2 in this game.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was. Yeah, I don't know why.
When you're assisting, because
Here we
you've had
go.
to do assisting before, and assisting is a single die. But yeah, everybody starts with 2 dice, and yeah. So go roll one more die to.
Wrong game system. I rolled a 12 on the 3rd die.
Okay, still makes it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's and did you have a focus by any chance?
I don't think so. No, she's more of a plant lover.
Okay.
She's a tree hugger. She's a tree hugger.
Okay. Well, you needed like literally like 1 success to kind of go, okay, you know,
Type 5 numbers into the computer.
5 numbers into the computer, and off you go. And so you've got a very tiny message. It's ready to go. How are we doing there, Van Jaxa, Lieutenant Commander?
Did you say it was control and
No,
con
it's
to send
reason
it?
and con.
Or reason and con. Okay, so 14.
Well, that's pretty good.
Uh-oh. Except I
Well, that
rolled a
sucks to be
20.
you.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 and a 20, so I hit like both ends of the extreme.
I would like to
But
you to explain what it means to have completely outclassed this simple, boring, beneath you task. Because I have a feeling the captain just sees a red shirt and she sent you over to that console. And in your inattention, you actually managed to somehow do something. It doesn't necessarily destroy the message. You do succeed in sending the message, but you or a person of your choosing can make the complication.
Does the 2nd edition still do where you can do the complication or give you threat?
The 2nd edition falls back to the 0th rule. It's up to the referee. I would prefer you guys.
It's gonna just put it off
the threat, but I prefer you guys try and do it because I like the idea of. I like it as a comedic moment, so I'm just gonna make you dance for me and entertain me. But you can also, ask another person to make the complication for you.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, somebody else give a complication, and then I'll.
Somebody else to make the complication. Okay.
Yeah, you get to cut a
a
switch off and use it on your fellow player. Is what that's basically the way it works. So if either one of you has an idea of okay, he's at the communications console, he's just transmitted the shit out of this message.
How was he? It was just a message of numbers. Does he verbalize it?
Just a string of digits. Sorry, go ahead.
I got one.
Okay.
There's a bit of a flourish at the end, and he just hit the button way too hard.
Excellent.
And now it's stuck.
There.
Yeah, maybe the button is.
I've got it all typed.
I like the idea that now the button is stuck and it's on repeat.
I can
it's just like looping.
I can fix that.
Can we be even better that you also hit the button for all ship broadcast? So the message just sprays all over it just is loud.
And the ship's computer is stuck on repeat saying message sent. Message sent.
Oh, I love it.
Sent.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Message sent.
Sorry about that, Commodore. I'll get
Message
right on
sent.
it. Good grief.
Has anybody got a sonic screwdriver?
Message sent.
You do get a scan off, and I guess I could. You detect that the old friend is kind of got heightened electrochemical activity. Kind of like I would go with. You guys can all see this, but it's just. That's for the doc. That way you can bring it out and you don't have to be repeating everything I say. So I'll put things in the chat for you guys to bring to the table. So the message got sent, and this is pretty cool because as I live and breathe, the 3.14 message stops repeating. Xanthus says, okay, it stopped. And I don't know if anything's changed. Nothing's dramatically different on the ship right now, or in the environment that you can see, and that's my big hint. It's like, all right, so we've answered them. Have they shut up? Has that thing shut up, by the way?
I'm working on it.
Message sent.
What do I need to repair the console?
Message sent.
That engineering and
this will be.
engineering
How
control.
frustrated are you that you did this?
I'm more embarrassed
Okay.
than frustrated, but I do have jury rig, so I can probably figure out a way to silence it fairly quickly.
That's more for repair than an unrepair. But yeah, percussive maintenance will work. What I would like to see is daring and engineering.
Okay.
What's
Jerry,
his,
that's my worst stat.
What is his target?
Oh, you got to do 2. Your target's 13. You do need
Two successes, I mean.
Yeah, you need 2 successes because you're removing a complication.
All right. I'm gonna burn a momentum.
All right. We're down to 1.
3 dice. All right, 2 successes and a failure,
Okay.
so I just got it.
Also, did we have spare momentum from the incredibly well-coded message that Zoe sent?
1, I think.
I think we
Case
had a
1.
spare 1, right? It was 2
All
to
right.
prep the message, and you had 3 successes.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Okay, so we're back up to 2. I
Yep.
think we can all agree I did not gain extra threat, so you can deal with a little embarrassment, and suffering's good for the soul. So Nell says, okay, good. Now we can go, right? Let's. I think we need to get the hell out of here. Who knows what else this thing's brought in?
Get out of here. I thought we were sending a landing party to investigate.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to be in this. I don't want to be trapped in this sphere. We answered its question. I think that should mean it should let us go. Is there any other? She's gonna just suddenly make you the frickin' comms officer, Cam. So you're back there. You pack a lunch. We can actually. Hold on,
All
I
right.
got a guy. I can bring Tyson back up, but he's staying with somebody.
I can probably do it. It's just my score is not
I'm
the
gonna
greatest
bring-
for con. Well, it's not
I'm
terrible.
gonna bring Eric to the
3.
bridge. He's wearing a very odd uniform. He just came up from cosplaying. His name will be just Eric. It's like Cher. So Eric will come on up. He's double dutying out of security and comms. So he's gonna, he communicates not only with his voice but with his fists. So he can do both.
Don't break it again. Watch
Okay.
those fists. I learned the hard way, Eric.
Yeah, I like the idea that you're going to all declare that it was calibrated to the delicate touch of the Betazoid, of Ensign Lyman.
Not the ham hands of a Tellarite.
Eric's
Quite
yes, and he does a few button pushes. We're not receiving any messages, Captain. So I don't know if it's told us to go. We don't have a message for it. Damn it! So she's like, now, like, I kind of, should we talk to him again? I don't know what's happening here.
Send him some more numbers.
Send him some more numbers. Send him the lottery tickets for the last. Oh, that will be funny.
Let's send them an actual pie recipe.
Okay. Let me see. I've got a minor thing that I gotta look up here. If I can find it, because I've got things buried. Yeah. So you guys are, like going in here. There's reference to transmission, blah blah blah, and I gotta see what the what I'm gonna do is test one. Okay, yeah. So you've it's bringing in, all right. Well, yeah, you guys are nothing's forthcoming right now, and so what I'm she's captain's or Commodore's at a loss at this point as to what we should be doing next, because she's actually a lot more indecisive and confused than normal. I mean, she's definitely not orienting super well at this point. But she's saying, well, if we'll transmit some lingua code. She's going to just order some, general language things going on. And, so do you think that maybe we offended it? Did we send a bad number?
Well, maybe it's not the response it was expecting, Captain. Perhaps there's another response that might be. Perhaps we've missed something.
I don't know. Well, what's so special about pi? I do like that it's a universal constant. That's goes without saying.
Well, this thing is a sphere. Pi has to do with, circumference and all that stuff. I'm not a mathematics guy.
Not a numbers guy.
Not a numbers guy unless it's in the steam tables.
Let me see. All right. Yeah.
Well, can Zoe try to figure out if there's something else maybe that?
Yeah. If you want.
We're expecting.
Yeah. What I'm thinking of is to come in. Well, something. Maybe a number back might not have been as a minor hint. Maybe it didn't. Eric's or Rashid is gonna come up and say, well, maybe it didn't. I mean, we sent a number, but we didn't send it back that we understood its number. Maybe we were too obtuse. I mean, we sent back a universal constant, which is great, but maybe we outthought. Maybe we were smarter than it. I mean, I don't know if it's smart.
Is there a mathematical equation that uses pi that might be more applicable to a response that shows that we understand it? I don't know if there's a bunch of math problems with the pi or not.
This
just the player thinking outside the box there.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to think whether Zoe can actually just figure this out. But
if you want to try a couple of hints, it's there. I may have packed you guys into stupid, and that's me as this is on me as a referee. Yeah, I think Eric is like gonna look at it and I guess he's comms, so this is fucking his job, isn't it? He said, well, maybe can we send it a picture, or maybe show it something?
Sure, we can send it all kinds of pictures from the database, but which one? That's the question.
I like the idea of the pie.
Not the nudies of the captain.
Oh wait, yeah. You keep my selfies from Rice out of this. Wrigley's Pleasure Planet. They make you leave your communicator in a bag when you land. But yeah, Nella's she's in her chair, and I'm gonna do a thing here, where she's just like kind of, I don't know, her eyes start to get a little unfocused, but also.
Do you need me to assume command, Captain?
The captain's playing Wii in her chair at this moment.
Well, we can do
Is everything all right with the captain, Doctor?
I don't think so. Let's see. I don't know that I want to share this yet.
Yeah, because the captain's gonna bust your ass if you fuck up.
Yeah, the captain is experiencing some minor stomach issues that we are addressing at this time. And
I've had those a lot.
I'm going to go ahead and knock out a hypo spray here of just something that's benign, basically to, placate the crew, I think, at this point.
Okay. Also, I will say, Zoe, one of the things that might have been standard procedure, but you didn't explicitly say it, I don't recall you scanning the interior of the sphere. At least I don't recall that. So if you want to...
Maybe we talked about. I thought we did, but
I was pretty drunk when we were playing, so there's a good chance I missed it. You got a basic scan, I think, of like how big it was. But if you wanted to, and you didn't find out if there were little people that built the sphere.
Well, I think we did like a scan for life of some kind, but I think that's as far as we got. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. If you want to complete an interior scan a little bit.
Sure.
And that's
maybe.
Yep.
Maybe we could send up like a picture of like a Fibonacci spiral or something.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea.
Maybe.
And I'll do a scan. Yeah, I'll do a scan of this thing as well. So that's going to be just computer, I guess.
Well,
same thing again.
Yeah, what's your focus? So it'll be like science. Probably you're looking at science and either reason or control. Reason is more the how to interpret what you're doing. So control is if you have to aim it by hand and push it like an antenna.
So I guess if you're sorting through, doing the scan is probably control science then, is what you're saying?
Yeah, control science.
Okay, yeah. Her focuses are more, again, agricultural, botany, physics. So
the best person to stick on the bridge is the farmer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So and she gets a free one. Does this count for computer? Oh, it's programming or study of computer systems. So not really, I guess.
Not quite. That may come in handy later, surprisingly enough.
I have a focus in computers. Could I assist?
It's actually
an extra die.
It's not really a computer problem. This is basically scanners.
Okay.
As much as a radar is a computer, it's more of a radar. If that makes sense. How'd we do?
Okay.
Sorry, I dropped it. I didn't actually roll. I'm just reading my testing a theory. When Hernadez attempts a task for engineering or science, the first D20 is purchased as free as long as she succeeded at a previous task covering the same scientific or technological field. So
you did scan beforehand. You scanned last time, so I think you're fine.
Okay.
You've done some work with the sphere. You've done some work with its environment. I'm gonna go with This is a more detailed scan. We'll go with that.
All right. I got a 1, a 9, and an 8.
Jeez. All right. That's like 4 altogether. You've got the interior of this thing. You've got it down to the cubic cubic centimeter. There is clearly no life. However, there does appear to be another ship kind of tucked off in a corner, which is probably why it was missed the first time. Gotta look like I'm less. Forgive me. The sun's going down, so like I look like I'm telling ghost stories.
And does the critical success let me learn anything additional about that ship, maybe?
Well, what happens is the big scan gives you the big scan kind of costs you 2, and now you've got 2 momentum from the critical, if that makes sense. A critical success really just buys you more guesses rather than James Bond, and but you can still use the extras for kickflips and stuff, but it's kind of washed through. I don't know what is it. It's like role playing with extra steps, basically. So yeah, go nuts. The two extra momentum are can be spent on any questions. Couple 3 questions about either the ship, the sphere, anything that you would have dealt with. I must answer the questions related to this truthfully, which kind of sucks. I can't monkey's paw this.
Okay, well, I think first is, do we know the make or the origin of the ship? Which is it a Starfleet ship or Vulcan, Romulan, etc.?
I like it being Romanian. I like it being Romanian.
Romanian.
We're just gonna give you shit, man. Yes, it's filled with cabbage. Their wearing hats.
It's actually Swedish.
Swedish meatballs
Gypsies.
are shooting out everywhere. I will go and we will do the Swedish Chef at some point. And I will misspell a bunch of things, but these are your sensor scans coming in.
All right.
And then let me see. There you go. And then let me see. I've got one more thing.
Captain, the ship appears to be a Class 2 freighter with some very primitive stealth technologies. And there are life signs on board. It appears to be Orion in origin.
You should have led with that, shouldn't I? It's like,
Well, it took the data a little while to resolve.
it's like, what? Wait,
Orions.
what are
This
they
could
doing
be
here?
bad.
She's just remembering. Oh, I remember these guys. Oh yeah, don't let them. Everybody, I want nose plugs distributed throughout the ship, Doctor, right now.
Well, perhaps we should consider rendering aid, Captain. It might go a long way between Orion and Federation relations. And they are losing power, Captain. The ship is imminently about to go dark.
What? I don't know. What have you got? Have you got any other anything else? I'm thinking that could be a ruse. She's actually getting kind of a little worried about this, which is a bit weird. She's reacting a little bit. I remember they hijacked the Enterprise once. Jonathan, I told Jonathan not to let that happen. But he wouldn't listen to me. So yeah, you guys can decide how crazy she is at this point. She's never mentioned Jonathan or the Enterprise or any of this kind of stuff in the past. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to go and lean as Commodore.
I thought he was captained by Christopher Pike.
Oh, him,
Commodore.
pretty boy? No, you want a rugged man
You seem to
in
be
that
having
seat.
some difficulties. Would you like me to give you something to settle your nerves?
Let me see. Could you make a persuasion check? God damn it. Yeah, roll your charisma. All right, let's go with make it complicated. Presence and either, oh man, it could be presence and medicine because I think you've got more than enough of that. If there's anything along the lines of a bedside manner or bestest bud of the captain, which I think gives you benefit of the doubt on a die roll.
Well, I do have the value pleasant bedside manner, so apparently I'm pretty good at this.
Yep, and I will. We don't need you to burn a point of determination for that, but I would say you get a reroll.
Okay.
I'm just.
I
Gonna,
have the talent bedside manner, but it looks like it's for conditions when I'm trying to remove conditions. So.
No, she's fucked up. That's her condition. How about stubborn?
Okay.
She's being stubborn.
I'm going to go ahead and spend one of the momentum we've got to get an extra dice there.
All right. And this is a difficulty level, like 2 tasks. She's kind of feeling it.
Yeah. 14. Okay, I've got
Rolled a 1, didn't you?
2 successes.
All right. That's all you needed. No spare back to the bank.
Nope, nothing spare to the bank.
Yeah, she does. She does.
Just missed a complication.
Oh God. She does look at you, and her eyes focus. You know, you're able to kind of get her back into whatever it is, and she's focused back on you and says, "Yeah, I think that would be a good idea, Doctor. I think I need some vitamins." And she starts rubbing her arm.
Okay.
But
and I'd like to also see if I can determine if it's an issue with the symbiont or
did you use the S
like
word?
they're
What symbiont? Sorry, what?
sorry. Was I not supposed to say that out loud? Sorry.
We could be coy. We were fine. Fucking coy. We could be even McCoy. You know, that's how clever we could be. Yes. If you want to take
I'm seriously embarrassed now. Sorry about that.
Oh no, literally everybody said the minute I made sure I rolled in with my size 12s and just dropped the word, "Oh, she's a trill and she's thinking about the past." Happily, everyone's released from pretending they don't know what's happening. Your characters can avoid it, but
Yeah.
your characters can still avoid it because we don't want to spoil a next gen episode.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me see. So, what were you thinking then? Checking the symbiont, treating the symbiont?
Yes. I'm worried there's maybe a chemical imbalance going on or something is not, because she sounds like she's calling back memories that maybe are not, something's not right there. So I'm looking for a disconnect between the two.
Yeah. You've got heightened electrochemical activity that are bordering on hallucinogenic. You're using a medical tricorder, and you can't find an organic reason. I'm just gonna like spew that out to you for your whole 2. I made Zoe bust her ass to find an Orion ship, but you're just gonna get everything. So, you know, I'm not trying to play favorites, but I am. Because you're in another game. So, yeah, basically you can't find anything organically wrong.
Okay.
You also do have incredibly limited knowledge because the captain's basically put you under double secret probation.
Right.
About it, so you'd have to do some weird, Dr. Flock stealth stuff, and you had not had a chance to do that up to this point.
Okay. Well, I will go ahead and give her something that I think might help, at least help her regain some focus and control in that area. And then I will continue to just scan and kind of just continuing to draw as much data in as I can while standing back and seeing how that medicine does for her. And if I need to, I'll go ahead and use the modular neuropathic clamp.
Damn, nice. All right. Oh, did you just read what I put in the chat? Yeah. Yeah. So that's
3 minutes.
yeah. So you go ahead.
I'm gonna Narcan this chick.
You Narcander. Yeah, she's wide awake now. Go ahead and this will be medical and reason, just for your diagnosis and treatment. Two successes will be great.
This is a good roll for me. I got a 17 target on that.
What?
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and spend another momentum. That should leave us 2 still.
No.
For a dice.
Rob was kicking ass with his question.
Did he spend both of those?
Well,
Okay, I wasn't sure.
You have to spend if you get bonus momentum on a task, like a gain information task, you do have to spend it on the task. Or no,
Gotcha.
you don't have to. I apologize. You don't have to, but by God, it was important to know about the Orion ship. So
Got it. No problem.
my phrase is get good.
Well, I got a 1 and a 4, and I say that
Good.
my medicine, emergency medicine, genetics, probably good focuses there. Psychiatry, I've also got.
Okay.
I'm sure that covers there somewhere. So that gives me 3 successes there, and then a 9 for a 4th success.
Well, you rolled a
So-
1 and a 4, right?
1 and a 4.
And you
Yeah.
apply
No,
that-
that's 4.
That's 4 successes.
That's actually
Yeah.
4 successes, so 5.
So 5 successes. You only needed 2 to do the treatment. So I'm gonna temporarily put that 3 back on the board.
Okay.
And yeah, so you get the little hypo hiss. So what sound does your hypo spray make? We're just gonna go all critical roll on you. What color is your hypo spray? Like it's hypo
It's
spray
definitely
color.
an osmosis green.
Yes. All right. So there we go. Are you a neck person or a shoulder person?
Oh no, she had to get this one in the butt.
She had it in the butt. Well, she was leaning over because she was kind of discomfort.
Yeah.
But I will say,
Had to put-
her
Had to put it in the meaty bits.
her symptoms. She's really. Are you going to make a note to adjust her dietary card for her diet, her sequencer diet? So basically, yeah, it provides almost immediate relief. She comes back into the moment, and I'm going to assume you're just doing a scan to make sure that this is working.
Yeah. Just gonna keep monitoring at this
the,
point.
the symbiont actually seems to be calming down. The activity off the symbiont is less. It's less electrochemical activity, less brain waves. It's like it's.
I'm sorry. I do have one more question.
Sure.
Is the symbiont being affected by the sphere's transmissions or something?
Mm,
I feel like it's reacting to the sphere.
I'm gonna be a dick. No, I don't know.
All right. Well, that's something for me to continue to investigate. I'll think about
It is,
that.
well, you were having trouble locating anything organic. Like it's not a bacterial infection. It's not. It's not bruised. It didn't get concussed. That kind of thing. So yeah, nothing organic is happening. Nothing easily understandable by your medical tricorder. I'm just
Gotcha.
going to be Mr. Obtuse about this one.
Yep. Sounds like I'm going to need to go ahead and bring out the modular neuropathic clamp to see if there's something else involved
Yeah,
here.
where does that thing go? What does it clamp to?
Clamps to each earlobe.
Damn. Okay. I was thinking like he's got to like put it like in her belly or something. Clamps on each. I like it's got a clamp on each
I
ear.
think I saw one of those.
I really wanted to say.
I saw one of those on Ferenginar.
Well,
We're gonna,
I'm not going to say it. We're going to keep this kind of PG here, I guess.
you're gonna stay a little PG. But yeah, so you. I don't know what the rest of the crew is doing. Like Eric is looking over it and like the level of drugs being pumped into the captain, and he's just like, I turned away while you were doing things. Yeah, that was. I had something even worse, so I am happy because it's been made very clear that the captain has hemorrhoids. Just thinking, Captain, Neither one of us wants to do this, but it's important. So this is why you guys are together. This is why the CMO is always the captain's best friend. They clamp things to places. Nella is like just because she's got her big earrings on already, and so now they're now they're just jammed on top of the big hoops. She's got the chunky earrings. But now she's like, oh, all right. Well, are you sure there's nothing over there, Zoe? She's got her confidence back. Zoe, are you sure there's nothing over there? Or I mean, there's no weapons, no signs of weapons, no buildups.
On the Orion freighter,
Yeah,
Captain?
yeah. Just want to check. Could you?
Well,
yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm not. I would say, based on my scans, there's no evidence of weapons. It's a freighter.
Okay. She's gonna ask Xanthus while he's busy. I don't know what poem he's got next. So if you guys want to crank the next poem out that's depressing and war-related, Flanders Fields or something. But Nella's going to say, Commander, I want a target lock over there, and also I want a secondary target lock that's floating, because there might not just be one of these guys. It's and she is going to be her old self, but it's very tactical. And I think there's a distinct possibility that there is a second one, because that's how they lay an ambush. So I'm gonna engineer, what do you think we should do? Do you think we can repair that ship?
Oh, I'm sure I could fix it.
Okay. Zoe,
I just have to get over there, but I don't know if I want to go over there without a pretty good security detail. I don't trust Orions.
Well, that makes all of us, because this is the kind of racism we still have in the 23rd century.
Well, Captain, their axionic energy discriminator is about to collapse, so we need to make a decision quickly.
Sure, it's...
There are many lives there at stake.
Okay. Let me see. I'm going to go with... I'm going to put in chat about roughly how many you're dealing with.
It is a relatively small crew, Captain. I'm having difficulty defining exactly how many life signs, but there are not more than 6.
Okay. All right. Well, that's not bad. I want to see if we can go over there. Eric, try and raise them. And I'm willing to entertain suggestions as to what we want to, how we want to approach this. Are we looking at transport? Are we looking at shuttlecraft? And I don't even think this thing has a shuttle bay. So I guess that takes the shuttle off the table.
If I remember the schematics I've seen on those Orion freighters, it's too small to dock a shuttle to.
Okay. Well,
It's hardly bigger than a shuttle all its own.
all right. Well, who wants to go over there? Because I'm going to send all the player characters no matter what. So, who wants to make excuses to go over?
There could be injured Orions. I better go.
Well, I've been studying Orion politics for quite some time, Captain, so I'm quite sure I can be helpful in the negotiations.
Oh, that's right, Zoe. You've got... Holy cats! I forgot that you've got that geopolitics thing.
It is my favorite pastime, after all.
Yes, you read the Galaxy Today newspaper every day. I see it.
Yes.
Lieutenant Commander Jaxa,
Yes.
didn't you date an Orion?
Me? Ah. No,
I'm liking
not that I
this.
remember. Maybe it was a one-night stand. I've had a lot of those.
Perhaps that was the time you were drunk.
What time wasn't I? I'm off duty. I'm off duty.
I do dearly love the idea. The captain's going, that's exactly how it happens. Every time. They get you drunk. That's how they operate. Nothing to be ashamed of, Lieutenant Commander. It's happened to not me. So
It's happened to the best of us.
yeah, she's not gonna go there. She's not gonna give you that one. Yeah, so the let me see. I'm gonna put the ship up on the little screeny weenie. It's no great shakes as a ship, but and it's a little tinier. Yeah, the thing is huge, Captain.
We're just closer to it than we are the other ship.
Yeah.
We're closer to them than we are to ourselves.
Yes.
It's all camera angles.
Yep. So we'll just do a botany bay down here. But yeah, we could. What's his name? The commander actually suggests like a tractor beam. Let's try and lock onto it and pull it in. You know, I recommend we log onto it, pull it in. It can't pull any shenanigans. That's an original Andorian word. Plus, if they try and run, they aren't going to get far. So he's, you know, she says, okay. Tractor beam engages, brings him over. He doesn't have to make a die roll because the player's not here. And now you guys can prep to beam over, which I think is funny because, you know, I'm going to put you on the little transporter. And Eric has yet to raise anybody on the ship. Like, comms aren't working. I'm willing to bet that there's some particle interference that I cannot cut through locally, Captain, or Commander, Commodore, whatever I don't know who I'm talking to. But what do you guys want to do as a landing party? She can send, she's not going to lead it herself, which is a new thing for her. But
She's clearly in no condition to lead an away team.
oh yeah, she's done dumb things before, but this seems actually like she's going to do it. I'm bringing Xanthus over, if that's okay with you guys.
That works.
Yeah, and landing parties at you guys' away team is at you guys' discretion. Zoe, I'm assuming you're coming along because you got things.
Yeah, she's very interested in hearing about the Orion, the uprising of the rebellion.
The what? Oh man, we're making new rules. All right, here we go.
Oh, it's a small group on their Orion Prime that is attempting to overthrow some local governments.
I heard it was a group called the Clementines.
Well,
They're
reporting-
not green.
reporting
They're not as
isn't-
green. They're not as green as the other Orions.
Oh God. Well, if you're walking into a hostage situation, do you think we're walking into? Xanthus is going to just walk with you down the corridor and just assess. So, do you think we are walking into a possible hostage situation, a refugee situation, or a rebellion situation? I have a different
Well-
I have a different side of my ice knife for each one of these. My Unshan.
It is a standard freighter configuration, so it's possible that they've just become trapped in the sphere, and we're just here to lend aid.
Okay. All right. So just the old standard blade. He just puts it off to the side.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's not assume violent intent.
He is going to issue phaser 2s to everybody, with the exception of the doctor because he's namby-pamby. Unless you want one, Doc.
It doesn't say anywhere here that I wouldn't be opposed to a phaser 1.
Oh yeah. Well, I was figuring you'd right off the bat get a phaser 1. I didn't know if you wanted to get the extra hurt on somebody.
No.
Okay. And what we're going to do next is, do you guys want any NPCs to come along? And we'll just.
Well, I think security.
All right.
Yeah, I agree. Security for sure.
Yes, at least one of those guys is red.
We need to make sure we've got somebody that can die other than us.
Yeah, it's always good to have human shields.
Suddenly 3 Vulcans show up.
Oh, Vulcan shields in this case.
Kind of racist, isn't it?
No, it's just standard procedure, I believe.
Way it goes, man. CA1, I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. They're wearing the old school uniforms, the old turtlenecks.
Cool.
So we'll go Charlie. Charlie Alpha 1, and then the next one will be Cassandra. Anyway.
We haven't got fully outfitted yet with the new uniforms.
We haven't gotten the new uniforms. We ran out of budget. And then AA. So we have C, B, and A. Or some other way that's probably easier to remember. So we're all set for beaming over. Charlie is a security red shirt. Did you need more security, or did you need engineering staff or medical staff? There's only like 3 to 6 people, so I don't know.
Maybe one more engineer. He can hold my sonic screwdriver.
Okay.
Well, I mean, how are we going to make multiple beam-ins then? Because, I mean, we can only take 6 in one go.
Right. That's true.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that these guys will just hunker down close to each other. We're gonna do one of those continuity issues, because I think they may have done that on screen, where they beamed 7 people out at one time. I think it was Edge of Forever.
Oh my gosh, I might have to go back and look at it now.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet.
Because there were a lot of them. There were a lot of them standing around in front of the Guardian.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bring 1 medical, and then another engineer. And they're no shakes. I mean, everybody's pretty decent with a phaser. So yeah, what it will do is I'm gonna do my special transporter effect. We're just gonna do it on Voraal because we don't have the money. I thought that was kind of cool. It's very subtle.
That's nice.
Very subtle.
That's a good one.
Nice.
I'm going to presume the following. The engineer has an engineering toolkit. The doctor has a medical bag, which can handle things up to emergency surgery. The science officer you just got a tricorder. That's I don't know if you need anything else. So does Zoe need anything else?
Just a copy of her galactic newspaper.
Okay, you just want it under your arm? Okay. She beams in with a newspaper.
It's on her tablet. It's on her tablet.
Okay. I don't know. Yep. Oh yeah, there's air over there too, so they're happy to let you know that that's a thing that's happening. Whereabouts do you guys recommend being put? Because for some reason the life signs are indeterminate, but the thing it can lock onto most strongly probably is a bridge. Because like not being able to read a life form but somehow beaming in never made sense to me, but it's done. So, but you can at least lock onto the bridge.
Yeah, might as well go. We'll go straight for the bridge, I guess.
Okay. And what I'm going to do is see if I can remember if I actually had. Nope. Okay. I wonder if I should make a Constitution class bridge and just dump it on you. Okay. Welcome to the void. And it's a pleasant void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a dream about some guy named Daniels in a place like this.
Oh God. Yeah, you're wait for her to start open up about Daniels. That'll be bad. Okay, well, I don't have, of all the things not to fucking have, is a handy dandy decent Orion bridge. What we're gonna do is pretend that the cargo
Did they ever show one?
well, it should be. Let me see, is this yeah. I'm just gonna do this, and we're just gonna pretend that this is the bridge, and there's some pipes and things, there's some seats, and then what you guys do is you guys come on in. Oh gosh.
What are they smoking?
Who?
You said there's pipes.
Ouch. Okay, I get momentum back for that. Let me see. So you've, there's a turbo lift, there's a seat, and what I'm going to look at is I'm going to present you with the crew as best I can. Gotta scroll back up here, grab my cast, and sitting in the seat is an Orion female in a dashing leather coat, and then sitting at the helm. What would be the helm console next to Dr. Voraal is an orange Orion. And I had a bit of a lore conversation with this. I think the animated series and the FASA books mentioned that there was a different color. Because I think there was a Gold Key comic that accidentally colored them wrong, and so now it's canon. So you have this woman who is right here, right now, and the bridge it's not smoky, but it is definitely got some acrid stuff. Like there's some burnt out circuits. It's in a low power situation, which I also have to put a meta tag on. Copy. So the ship is under low power. Low power, unclean air. And I think that should do it. There's also problems with the engines and the EPS manifolds and things that you'll find, but the things in front of you are that. So you're beaming into something that's super dim. Zara, this woman who now you know is named Zara, so she's not a stranger anymore. It's good. She jumps up and wobbles a bit because reasons, and reaches for a disruptor and starts to pull it out and says, "What are you doing?
We're here to help.
Oh, what are you doing?
We're here to help.
When has that ever worked?
The Voraal is Dr. Voraal is. We're here to help.
Okay. Let me see.
Using her best bedside patient mannerisms and voice.
What I need is a. Let's go with presence and daring.
Well, that's two attributes.
That's no good. That's stupid. But I think personally that's the best idea. I'm going with either presence and medicine or presence and command.
I'm going to use presence and medicine, please. That's a 14 target for me.
Oh God.
I'm going to go ahead and spend momentum for a dice. I have one success.
Okay. That's not quite cutting it. Again, whoever wants to look over, I think Xanthus has seen you do this enough times to look over you and go, when has that ever worked?
Perhaps it's my delivery.
Perhaps. Xanthus is going to bring up his phaser. I don't know if the rest of you are going to or not. Jaxa, you're literally right next to her. I just put you guys wherever. And Zoe, you're also near her, so both of you are within arm's length.
Hey,
Charlie's in a
we don't need to be shooting. We're here to fix your ship. I'm an engineer. Let me get to work.
let's go with presence and engineering.
All right. Ooh, so I can do my engineering to talk engineering to her.
That's assuming she
All
knows
right.
anything about engineering. She's an Orion. Who knows?
All right, so presence and engineering is a 15 target. What's the difficulty? Just one?
It should be 2 because, I'm not going to give you the benefit of the doubt from Dr. Voraal. Voraal did you
Let's
know?
see if I
He,
got
he should have done you a favor, but I feel like I want to make it harder for you.
It's the pipe joke, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm trying to see if I have any focus. Well, I have a focus in rhetoric. Could that help me out?
If you're going to argue with them, yes. But
Well,
might not
kind
be.
of. I mean, I'm arguing that I just need to get to work and fix the ship.
Yeah, that's actually all right. Yeah, solve that in the Tellarite way. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, this is the Tellarite way.
Now look, this ship is busted and I'm gonna fix it. Now start it.
Does she? Tell me if she gets it.
All right, 2 successes.
All right. Definitely, she now notices that you're wearing Starfleet uniforms. So that's one in the plus column. It appears to be. She does holster her disruptor and kind of plops down into the chair because her standing up took a lot of energy. It looks like. This or anyone that wants to do anything with that.
Let me see. You got to bring it up to see.
Oh,
if
I
can do
apologize. I've
something.
been putting things in the chat. So
What?
All right.
but
The Tellarite wouldn't.
you would not notice. I think anybody else who feels like the Vulcan can't.
The Tellarite
Zoe,
notice if there was a lot of food around or something.
Some tasty stuff.
Yeah. By the way, the orange person sitting at the helm is just looks over and looks over at what Van Jaxa says. I'm gonna fix your damn ship, and he just goes, "Oh, thank God," and he just throws himself on the console. He just flops onto the console. And I will be stereotypical, and I do have sex with men, so I can say these things. So I feel I'm within my rights to make fun of people. But yeah, he is definitely just and he's seen better days. But yeah, and for a descriptor, the orange Orion is wearing a thong and a leather harness, and is clearly not crew issue or starship issue. He doesn't look like he's there for starship business anyway. But Zara's like, okay, well, we've got to go back. You know where the engines are, right? Galia, go with him.
Dr. Voraal is going to move over to Captain Zara,
Yep.
calmly, not to try to move with purpose and not scare her like I'm moving to attack or something. And just say, you look like you may be having some difficulties. Do you need my assistance?
Well, have you got anything for inhalation of beta particles? Because I think me and the crew could probably use some treatment.
Can Zoe attempt to scan the internal environmental systems and either try to purge these beta particles from the system, or figure out where they're coming from and stop it so that we don't succumb to this as well?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Zoe, what you will do is, this is an unfamiliar computer system, so I'm just going to say, now's your time. I'll just pretend that works. Are you going to use the your tricorder, or try and use do readouts? Or are you going to kind of do a readout thing, like of environmental systems?
I think I'll use the tricorder first.
Okay.
Just to try to see what's in the air and the general environment, and then attempt to use the ship systems once we've got some readings.
Okay.
Now that I know what I'm looking for, I will deliver some artemisinin via a phased viral capsule in order to make everyone feel better.
Thank you for doing that. Yeah, so again, you have another magical green hypo spray. It matches her skin.
This one is purple.
Oh, it is? Okay, it contrasts with her skin. You got the purple stripe. For the medicine, it's just going to be good old-fashioned medicine and reason. And while you're scanning, you've got a... for Zoe, let's look at either control or reason, and probably science. You're not looking for a mechanical effect, you're looking for like an environmental thing. So
yeah, so go reason and science.
You just need one success on that, and the same with the treatment. That's only a one hit.
Yeah, I got 3 successes, so I'll bank the other momentum.
Okay, that's 2. Oh, so that's 4. I do math. How are you doing, Zoe?
It's hard.
My target is 15. I'm just going to roll right now. So
2 dice, right?
2 successes, 7 and 10.
Sweet. Okay, if you want to bank, well, actually, no. This is where you get to play questions too, so you have some spares. Yeah, you do detect the beta particles. It looks like there's some damaged conduits on the bridge itself, which, you know, it's nothing horrific. But what you're seeing is it doesn't look like I'm going to say it does not look like the result of weapons fire. These particles are just coming out because there is a ruptured kind of low-grade EPS conduit that broke. It's over where AA3 is. So he could probably, or he or Charlie could go if he's not going with Jaxa. But you could do that. The particles have been receding because before you arrived, they've been decaying. The life support has been slowly clearing them out, not well. So they were much higher before, which led to the ill health effects. So you're not in imminent danger, but yeah, it wouldn't be a place to hang around if you can't get this repaired.
All right.
But yeah, things were much worse before you got here, but they're getting worse in other ways than atmosphere.
Well, what are those other ways? Do those need attention?
Yeah, that's Jaxa is moving toward no power. So the other ways, okay. I apologize for being obtuse. Yeah, the other way is no power.
All right. Well, I'll convey the EPS conduit issue to AA3, and I will attempt to try to reverse the effects using the Orion environmental systems.
Okay. You'll probably need go ahead and pull up a computer subroutine on that, because for some reason they want you to program everything in COBOL rather than just press a button.
Yep.
Or we could claim that the computer was damaged by the EPS rupture. I just want to give you a chance to program a computer.
Yep.
And so just go ahead and it is going to be con, and I believe either it could be reason or insight.
Those are all 3 in the same. So.
What I mean is reason or insight, and then con, not control. Con is the department. and you get to decide if you
Oh,
want
con.
inside
Oh,
or
I
out.
see. Sorry.
Yeah. Con
I
is
got
the yellow shirt skill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
She's okay there. So I'll do reason and con. That's not bad. 14 target
Okay, well that's pretty decent.
plus a free D20 for science and programming
For
to
science.
generate that subroutine.
Please don't roll a 20.
What did I say? 14? Yeah, I got 3 successes again. 5, 12, and 10. Man, I'm on fire tonight.
All right.
Nice. Did you bank any of your other one?
I don't know. I think it was it 2 difficulty? Because I just got 2, right?
No, it was a 1 difficulty, so you get an extra question out of that. Yeah, so you have one floating momentum.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
So technically, yeah.
yeah, it did, and I did ask the question, right? It was more the source of it.
No, I gave you that. No offense, I just gave you the you were looking specifically for
Yeah.
particles and their source. If you wanted to ask any other question kind of related to the environmental systems or the
No,
ship.
we'll just carry it forward as her ability to complete the
Okay.
computer programming.
What we're currently setting at is, if I've got my numbers right, about 7 momentum. So definitely blow out of that when you get a chance.
Yep.
Let me see. Nobody's in the chat, right? Nope. That's the way it goes. Oh yeah, why no one talk in the comments? Because we're busy. We're playing, guys.
On the new edition, you can bank more than 6 momentum.
What? No, on my edition you can.
Gotcha.
I don't want you to lose a
I like it.
momentum point, because I know you're good for it. I know you'll burn it out soon enough. I always hate when things roll over like that. It's, I mean, credit card, vacation, child support payments, all that stuff. It's terrible when you have to roll it over. Okay. Let me see. We got the bridge. We got Grilla. Grilla and Van Jaxa are headed down to engineering, correct?
Yes.
And I wanted to kind of, this is going to be a classic Star Trek moment where we're just going to redress every goddamn set. Amazingly enough, you know, we're going to shoot on a different day, and it's going to be, oh no, actually, I've got something. I do have cruise quarters. Gosh, I'm sorry, guys. I just lost track of my screen. There we go. Boop. Now this may look like the same thing, but it's not. Orders in the back. Okay. Get rid of that. Bring this bad boy up. There we go. And he's taking you through the habitat section. Voraal, BA, you're not bringing anybody with you, correct, Jax? It's just you?
Didn't I have an engineer flunky with me, or did we not end up
I
bringing
don't
one?
remember, but I'm going to say you
I don't-
did. You do now?
Yeah, I thought we took one engineer with me and then a security guy,
Oh, and a security guy?
and then we. Like, yeah, because didn't we end up with 7 people in the transporter?
Yeah, we wound up with 7
'Cause we have
momentum
3
and-
Vulcans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's lucky
Yeah, so
7s tonight.
Yeah, tonight's a thing
so-
full of 7s.
Yeah, I know we had mentioned it, so I'm going to assume that I have a flunky. I have like one of those chief guys that have the little zipper suits.
Yeah, you got a zipper
The
suit guy?
Suits. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's taking you through the gangway, and what's he's taking you through the gangway. There's all these quarters. They look really weird, but you don't give a shit. So this is like totally wasted on you, isn't it? It's like, damn it.
Well, maybe. I mean, is there something that an engineer would notice is wrong? Like,
Would you?
engines don't work?
Well, no, there's nothing wrong. It's like more of a decor thing.
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't notice decor.
Okay, so he's not gonna. All right, yep.
He's culturally obtuse.
Okay, he's going to be obtuse.
He has no idea if like Orion's like that kind of stuff or not.
I thought you dated one.
It's not on my character sheet.
The important things never are, in my opinion.
No.
All right.
Well, even if he did, he would deny it.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So you're walking through. I'm gonna just bring you to something that actually is engineering then.
Oh boy, this is a good one. It's got a lot of things to fix.
Dropping you down here. Yeah, there are there's a lot of there's smoke. There's some there's a lot of smoke. There's some broken pipes. There's conduits hanging all over. So you're just gonna have to. Do you want to roll to take this in?
Yeah. It looks like I can even see an annular metaphasic flux burst coming out of that one pipe over there. That's not good.
Okay, Gala, you guys come on in, and you're flanked, and there's another Orion guy in here who is dressed wholly inappropriately for working around anything hazardous. Also, he has several piercings and things, and he doesn't have an eye patch, but we could pretend. And
See, you made a mistake sending all Vulcan other characters because they probably wouldn't notice this either.
yeah, well, I mean, they don't have to. They can notice anything you guys want. To be honest, if you guys want to take Charlie and BA, who wants Charlie, who wants BA, and they are blank slates. One of them's an engineer, one of them's security.
And security might wonder more about those outfits I met.
Rob, you're Charlie A, and you get to pick because I just named you first. Jeff, you go for BA Baracus. I'm just gonna call him BA. He might. I actually kind of like that.
I pity the fool.
Yeah. And you guys can decide their personalities, temperaments, whether or not this is their first time encountering Orions, an Orion ship or anything like that, and what they make of Gala. And then there's the elf over there, and he's like, bitch, I don't know what's happening. And I will say this is some this is some drag race level shit going on.
All right. Well, let me see what we can fix first. Where's your power couplers?
And he just like waves a hand, like, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those glowy things over there that's on fire. I don't know.
All right. I'll have to jury rig the whole bloody
And his
thing.
hair is messed up. It's very distressing. His hair is messy, smudged. His skin's smudged. But yeah, so there is
His green makeup is
his
smudged.
green makeup. He's got black smudges on his green makeup. Let's see if I can get I'm just gonna give you some explodey bits here.
I assume I have a tricorder that's got engineering type.
Oh yeah, you got
functions
the
built in.
standard kit.
So I can.
BA and Charlie.
Yeah,
are also equipped.
I'll do a scan to see what system is the one that's causing the most problems for the power, because I want to get power back up first.
Okay. Whoops.
Somebody beaming in?
Nobody's beaming in. It's when the DM can't hit a damn thing.
There we go.
Yeah, this is why I tried to get clever, but no. So yeah, it does look like the port power couple melted is just gone. And if you want to roll any dice as to why that is, BA and Charlie, you guys also can.
I'd like to know what caused this.
Were you guys attacked or anything? Or why is there so much damage down here?
I don't know. We had a thing. We were out. We were having the holiday. We brought the client on board. Gala gives him a withering look, That was not something that was supposed to have been talked about. Theliv is a bit of a chatterbox, and Gala is giving him. I got to make a note on who's the chatterbox. Charmingly dense is his description.
Oh, jeez.
So you have no idea what caused all this damage, basically, is what you're telling me.
I don't. We got. I mean, we were with.
It was broken when we bought it.
We were here for a reason, and he just like shuts his mouth and he scowls back at Gala, and Gala's now going to just say, "Look, it's not important. We're here now. This is what's happening. I think we should just. I think. You just have to do whatever your little nerd engineering thing is. This is the thing you're gonna have to just do." Because
Get your nerd on.
you just get your science
without
nerd on.
nerds like me, you guys wouldn't be in space.
Well, if people didn't have fashion, then they'd just be sad. That's as good of an argument as he's got. He is clearly beyond flustered at this point.
Well, usually I'd argue with you, but right now I got too much
I
work
like
to
that
do.
he's giving you an argument. You're gonna have to. If we had a willpower stat, you would be rolling on that willpower stat. I would actually assign you.
He's got a real struggle to not argue this point, but he's got work to do.
Well, theoretically, what I would do is I would assign 2 stress points to you. For that, it wears you down. Basically, when your stress runs out, you're incapacitated. For whatever reason, you're unable to function.
That's like the new edition stuff, isn't it? The stress.
Yeah, they seem to let people.
Yeah.
Well, stress was the old one, but they used to be your hit points.
Right.
And now they're.
Yeah, it used to be hit points, and now it's like all kinds of catch-alls.
Yeah, it's kind of catch-all. It's kind of like armor. You treat it like a blade of armor, more than hit points. But yeah, so BA and Charlie, I don't know what you guys want to do because you've got two Orion himbos basically wandering about the place that clearly are either probably going to kill themselves or get themselves hurt. But yeah, so Gala is again. There was the whole comment about the client, and you guys are Starfleet. You're Starfleet. You can be curious. You can follow up because you're full-on characters.
Dr. Voraal would be trying to figure out where the beta particles were coming from.
Yeah.
That affected the crew, and then determine if that might be what was causing problems with my Commodore.
Oh, okay. That's what Voral's doing.
Yep.
Perfect. I'm actually still down in this scene.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said something about having BA with me, so that's why I saw. Oh.
Yeah. BA is
so
your BA. Your BA. Downstairs.
I need to look over at the Twitch. It's a bigger thing. I've got just a tiny screen here, so.
I know. It's
okay.
It's not the size. Oh my God. Yeah, it's absolutely useless. I was debating sharing the map with you guys might be a better idea, but then you get to see all my secrets.
I just need to look at the Twitch screen and I'll have a better idea.
Okay. Yeah. So BA is BA's there, and you can decide what BA does, and I think he's not pitying the fool,
No.
which is definitely Gala as a example. And I don't remember which one of you was the security and which one of you was the engineer. We didn't decide it, I think.
I think BA should be security because that's BA Baracus.
Yeah. Got the mohawk going.
Didn't he weld fans together and shit? Either way, I'm sorry, Rob. You were.
They were.
He was the muscle.
They were all jacks of all trades.
Yeah.
They were jacks of all trades, but he was the muscle.
Yeah, he was the muscle.
Okay.
Lots of gold chains.
I do like that you declared that a cultural item, and that is in your equipment kit now.
It's like a giant gold idic symbol.
Yeah, I think we're just
like,
gonna
sort of like Flava Flav's clock.
We're gonna get so close to bad choices here. We got some bad choices. Yeah, I can't use that one either. All right, so Charlie, I'm assuming somehow now you've become the engineer.
So, Lieutenant Commander, anything I can do?
Yeah, why don't you do a scan over there by that other sparking that other sparking console, and I'll see if I can get this one back so we can get power on board.
Right away.
I do like he's sending you to the one that's definitely smoking more.
All right. So Charlie A is having a hard time concentrating with Gala here. He's trying to do his work, but he just kind of keeps looking over his shoulder at Gala.
Is there anything specific about Gala that is making you nervous?
No, it's less about nervous. It's more he's more curious about whether the outfit is like
Standard
custom.
issue.
No, it's more whether it's like custom or just, some kind of like, if it's like an Orion designer or like just manufactured in in the back room, whether it's sweatshop or whether it's like Lux.
Oh, that is a good point. And guess what you got as a hobby? So
Exactly.
I think that absolutely, who knew the engineers are like, I don't know, I've heard about 20th century handbags.
Yep.
So
He's a fashionista.
Yeah, fashionista. So Charlie, as you're scanning and taking surreptitious looks, which I think is funny, you have a 13 in security type things and an 11 in anything that's not security. And then Charlie, you have a 13 in anything engineering related and an 11 in anything that's not. Each of you can decide randomly at the point in time a skill area that you suck at, and that is a 9. But it's only one thing. It's not like a whole. I'm super terrible at everything else. So it's like your peak skill, your average, and then there's a level of incompetency. And it's not even incompetent. It's just you're less skilled.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that gets you quickly through things. So Charlie, go ahead. You're going to need a couple of things to. First is a diagnose, and then there's a repair. So you got two sets of roles. Gen Vexa, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to have a diagnostic, and I'm hoping for some buzzwords because they make me laugh.
Is this considered an extended task?
Let's pretend it is, because they don't have rules for it in the quick start.
Yeah, but it's funny because they don't have rules for it, but my character sheet has he has a thing that says whenever he completes an extended task, he may ask one question.
Oh, I think I'm going to go with I'm going to go with this is I think it's extended, which is a gated task, which is you have to do one thing and then another.
Yeah,
so I'm going to count that. I think that's just another word for extended. Yeah, you're not down here for a week trying to build something, but you do have steps.
Right. No. But it is steps.
Yeah. So go ahead. Your first, both of yours, your first roll is a diagnostic kind of roll. If you have focuses in it. Charlie, however, does not because he's used up one of his focuses already on fashion. If you have another focus, that would be great.
Yeah, I've got computers, transporters, warp drive, and reverse engineering.
I'd say warp drive is probably a pretty solid.
That's probably pretty solid for power, although not completely, but yeah, they're tangentially related.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll throw the warp drive focus in there.
Okay.
So engineering and reason to do a diagnostic.
Yeah, engineering and reason or engineering and insight. But I would almost go with I'm going to go with insight because it's not Starfleet issue. I'm just going to be.
That's true, and honestly, that would be better for my my talent.
Oh, it is okay.
Because as I read more down, it says when I succeed at a task using control or insight, I may ask one then I may ask one question.
Wow.
So insight and engineering. So 14 for my target with my focus of warp drive in play. All right, 2 successes.
All that. All right. Yeah. So you
All right.
you diagnose
So
it.
I'm doing my diagnosis, and I say, well,
Look at right here. I can tell what the problem is. It looks like it's a quantum biometric Veriton conduit break.
Yeah, it happens on the class 2s.
it does.
Charlie, while you're dividing your time, which I think is the hilarious bit, you can divide you're dividing your time, but you're trying to at least diagnose this. This looks like this is like the other. This isn't the engineering main. Oh, it's main power to the rest of the ship. The lieutenant commanders got hold of the what's it called? The lieutenant commanders got hold of the essentially the plasma conduits to the warp nacelles. So you've got warp engines, and then Charlie's in charge of everything else.
Okay. So Charlie's other focus is molecular physics, which pairs well with fabrics. So
This is going to be fun. I unfortunately I misrolled for Gala.
all right. So I'm going to use one of the momentum as well, just for the diagnostic roll.
Yeah, especially since we're riding at 7, so that gets me back in compliance with the rules. Because the people from Odysseus will come across from England and beat the shit out of you.
All right. Just barely. I got a 18, a 10, and 12.
Oof. Oh yeah, you were definitely distracted.
Yeah.
And you if you want to make up a Star Trek reason about what's broken.
Yeah, the axionic flux sensor is stuck. So there's some gunk in there that needs to be cleaned out from the sensor.
Do you say that out loud to anyone?
That there's gunk?
There's
In the
gunk stuck in there. It needs a good cleaning.
Yeah, well, I'll let Commander Burke know. I've identified the axionic flux sensor is rather gunky. There's some stuff in here.
Well, luckily it's just gunk. I'm glad it's not broken. I bet they don't have many spare parts in this tub.
Yep.
See, maybe you can get it out of there with I don't know, ask for a grease rag or something. Just wipe it out. Be careful though. You know
There's only very few
axiomatic
things
beams.
of fabric in this room right now.
Yeah.
Right. That's why he said look for a grease rag or something. Or something covers that there's not much in there.
He goes to Gala to try to tear off a piece of his clothing, but there isn't any. So
There isn't any. There's the flap. There's the flap in the front, and there's not a flap in the back.
Just make sure you got it all over your hand, because if you get skin in that axionic beam, it's going to be trouble.
Okay. All right.
BA, if you got anything that you want to, because Gala and Velev are like, they're just kind of like not sure what to do at this point, because Gala's like kind of standing up on his tippy toes, trying to look over Charlie's shoulder, and he's actually given eyes, and he didn't do a very good job of it. This is for BA because you're the unoccupied character. He gave a look to him that if you want to roll like presence and security, which for you is basically your primary skill, you can get an idea of what the look is that they're trying to convey.
1 success.
All right, that's good enough. You know that when someone's trying to kind of, you suspect that they're not laying a trap, but Othello's being told to kind of keep an eye on you.
Who was being told to keep an eye on
the
me?
The green guy is being told by the orange guy to keep an eye on the BA guy.
Okay.
And the orange guy is looking over Charlie's shoulder. He's kind of close to him. Not touching, but kind of hovering around him a little bit.
Well, picking up on that, BA would definitely start paying a little more attention to only the Orions and not anything else that's happening in the room, and leaning more towards the orange Orion
Okay.
as far as paying attention, but won't completely ignore the Thelev. Or,
Okay.
yeah,
And is a
Thelev.
minor question. What's it called? Minor question. Hand on or off the weapon? Weapon holes, Velcroed to your pants or not?
Yeah, but the hand is relaxed beside the weapon.
Okay.
Standing. I don't have my arms crossed where I have to make a big move to grab it.
Okay.
I'm standing. Maybe have one hand on like a chair or something, and the other one's just draped casually beside my weapon.
I don't know. Guard casually. All right. Yeah. So you're on guard, but not like looking like you're on guard.
Yeah. Try not to look like I'm covering people, but I'm covering people.
Okay. What I'd like to do is see how well you pull that look off. Go ahead and throw against your primary skill.
Okay.
I'm just going to assume
I'll go ahead and spend a momentum to get an extra, just so I can make sure I look good.
you're an NPC. Come on. What the hell?
So speaking of
Oh.
off looks,
Yes.
Charlie's going to rip a strip off of his shirt to try to clean off this gunk.
Okay, this would be funny. We haven't discussed this, but I think we're all good when we had our session 0. Is there any skin showing? Did you go full Captain Kirk on this and just all the
No,
way
it's
up?
it's more like a crop top. So he's gonna like rip around the bottom of it,
Okay.
so it's kind of like cropped.
Okay. Yeah, so Gala is
It's like a Lirpa slice.
yeah, it's like a
from
lyric. Yeah, it's like
Amlet
it's like pulling there was some weird thing where they didn't want to actually damage the costume, but they put fabric under the fold so you could pretend to tear it out. But either way, you have a goodly piece of cloth there. Part of your you've got that little peekaboo thing going on, like a gym shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want to derail. The Mortis's role there. I was just saying.
That's all right.
I just wanted to play off the. Speaking of trying to pull off a look, so
Yeah.
you go ahead.
Oh, it's like
Definitely gonna have
crap.
trouble not having plumber's crack now, though. Without
I like
back
the
part of your
idea
shirt.
that welcome Starfleet Chippendales.
Exactly.
Let me see. How do we do, BA?
Well, I didn't need to spend the momentum. I've got 1, so 2, and I'm gonna assume my focus is security, so 5 or less on that.
Sure.
So that's 3, and then a 4th success. So that's probably going to gain me back some momentum.
Now we're back over.
Okay.
Well, that'll make it easier because basically that can just be used as repair if you want. Also,
Okay.
you definitely, based on what you've done, you've casually put them at ease, so they are not suspecting that there's any problem, and you've had a chance to kind of assess them because I don't know. Have you spent time in any brothels?
Yeah, he's a security guy. I almost bet money he is. Yeah.
No. Either as a client or as a John or as a
Well,
either.
I was thinking as a bouncer, but okay.
Oh, I was thinking a bouncer. Okay, yeah, whatever. Sure. I was going okay. Well, I guess I
I
guess
see
you
where
have
this is
to.
going really fast.
Yeah, once you age out, But anyway, that was the best part about Expanse, where they just went, oh yeah, right. Amos has got some opinions. He has a life experience. You notice that these two are. I would go with high-class prostitutes.
Oh, both of them. Okay.
Yes, it's very clear they're not engineers, and they are
Yeah,
dressed.
I was picking that up. Yeah.
Not for this, but they they're courtesans, and so something's weird, but we don't know what. And also they're
Not normal for them to be in engineering at all.
They should not have been on the bridge. They should not have been pushing any buttons. No buttons should be pushed by these guys.
Gotcha.
I mean, it doesn't preclude that they know what they're doing, but they've demonstrated they don't know what they're doing. So I will say that all work is valid, and this is okay. But these guys are definitely trading on their looks and not on their competence, not on their technical competence.
Gotcha.
And I mean, you do see. Yeah, no, it's okay. Gala's not coming on to Charlie at this point, but is getting nearer him. Not in any threatening way, and doesn't seem to be touching anything, but just wants to keep an eye on him. It's not uncomfortably close. Your personal space hasn't been invaded. There's a good foot and a half there, and you've got smoke blowing in your face too. So the extra body heat is not gonna trip you there.
She's just moving in to check out the plumber's crack.
Yes, checking out. Let's see if you work out. That would be the next question. So Jaxa, do you want to attempt the repair? 'Cause I think you guys have done your diagnostics. So go ahead and if you want to turn a wrench there.
Looks like I'm going to have to tighten up the autocorrecting dynamic impulse warp crossover manifold.
Whoa.
But what's causing a lot of the power loss is we're leaking power from the impulse engines into the warp drive and messing it up. That took two generations to develop that phrase. So,
that was so awesome. That should
technobabble
reduce the
generators.
GM's threat by 2.
Yeah, it's that good. You want to go ahead and I don't know. All I can say is roll some dice. It all comes down to no matter how good it is, roll dice. That does lower the difficulty.
I'm gonna do the insight one.
Yeah, definitely low. Well, no, this is you've already diagnosed the problem. That's an insight roll. Now it's
reason.
I'm gonna go control and engineering because you got to get your hand in there.
Okay, well that's good because control is the other one from that extended task thing. So
Damn it!
works out.
I forgot. I fell for your trap. I feel like I'm in a bad game of Yu-Gi-Oh at this point. I activated everyone's trap card.
All right, so that's going to be a 15. I wonder if I should burn a moment.
We have like 4 over, believe it or not. You have to go way.
Yeah, I'll burn a momentum and get an extra die.
Okay.
All right, 3 successes.
Well, we'll just take that right back.
I'm taking that right back. I like
There, that ought
suddenly
to do it.
Huh?
That ought to do it. We should have power just as soon as we get this other sparking thing taken care of.
Okay.
Once you get that thing cleaned up, we should get all the power back.
Okay. Charlie, you go ahead and
Remove the gunk from the axionic flux sensor.
yeah. You're gonna wipe it very carefully.
All right, I'm gonna use 2 momentum just to make darn sure this happens.
Okay. Can I do a thing? Can I do a different thing?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't want to waste your momentum before you do that.
Okay.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spend mechanically. I'm going to spend 2 threat. And it's not a bad thing. It's simply your hand can't fit into the location.
Okay.
So you need to look for someone with more delicate hands.
Well, he's been looking at Gala's hand for sure.
It's just
Oh
hovering.
my gosh, it's gonna be a ghost and pottery scene here.
Okay, so yeah, he's.
Well, first off, I have to ask: Are you comfortable with this? And no, we're not going to go
So, yeah,
wow.
He'll take a look at BA's hands first, and then immediately move to Gala and Gala's.
Sausage fingers.
It's like, yeah.
Man can barely hold a triangle.
Yeah, the camera pans.
Can't hardly pick his own nose.
Yeah, the camera pans to these giant mitts, and then it's like, oh, okay, that's not going to work. And then, so
Back down. And I'll say that Gala does not have his hands down around his waist like I would normally have it. So we're going to keep the camera up, and it's going to be about elbow height.
okay,
But yeah, Gala he's just kind of looking and trying to figure out what you're doing because, curiosity.
yeah.
But hasn't done anything. So he's just still looking around.
All right. So yeah, I need Gala. I need you and your fine hands. Is that Saren Ilar that you're wearing, by the way?
It's hard to tell if an orange Orion blushes but yeah, he blushes. He says, "Oh, this old thing," and he's just like, "Oh, bitch." gives Thela a little bit of a, fuck you.
Sorry.
Yes, it's
Commander.
from the.
Hands fit in here. Will your hands fit in here? Sorry, we should
Oh,
really.
he was
focus.
actually talking more. He's ready to talk about the fashion collection, and it's the third Harvest Moon Select collection. Yes, and there's only 15 of these, and he's just gonna roll. If you just want to grab his fucking hand and just jam it in the hole.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I'm familiar with that collection. Yes, that was very well received by the media.
Oh yes.
Oops.
Okay. And you do manage to put it in there, and in the ghost pottery kind of way, you just get his hand jammed in there. Probably isn't going to spill any over. I'm going to cut back to the bridge as our finisher.
Okay.
The romantic fade out. Way to go, GM.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. It shouldn't be too bad. Oh God, we ran out of everybody. Voral's there. BA4, no. A science nerd. And yeah, okay. So you guys, I think, are all back to normal. Cam, you can take either the Commander or AA3. I think it's more fun to lower deck it.
Yeah, I think I'll take AA3.
Okay, he's technically a blue shirt, but that's blue shirt medical. But he probably could have taken a course at the Learning Annex, so he can do a few things. It's the 13-11-8 rule, or 13-11-9. So Zara's up there doing stuff. Zoe, you were scanning for the beta particles, correct?
Was attempting to manipulate the onboard environment systems to filter them out and clean up the entire ship's environmental condition.
While you're doing that, you notice that there is shunted life support into a specific area adjacent to this one, or not far away, like just down the hall, which is extremely triple redundant and very different than what this ship will do. It's very because you get this impression that the ship is not in super good repair. This is a system that has backups, and it is completely clear of beta particles and is completely nice and pretty sort of cool. You don't have to do anything with that. I mean, yeah.
Is there any way to turn on like a camera or a sensor to see what might be in that area?
Let me see. Yeah, it comes with a not at this time.
Okay.
Camera, but you do know the room now. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll focus on the task at hand.
Hey, Raiders, welcome. I'm assuming we got raids. Hey, Jim, the Great Barrier, finally. How you doing? So everybody wave to the raid. You've just about caught us to send you a new place. So anyway, yeah, so you're going to roll for what? I apologize. I got distracted by a shiny thing. You're gonna have to refresh the GM's memory, Rob. And
sorry. The
it's gonna cost me a threat.
Yeah, we're trying to deal with the environmental system and clear out the beta particles from the entire ship.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You can actually dump the beta particles into that hermetically sealed room.
Oh.
If you want now. I mean, the scrubbers will take time to do it, but if you need to just clean that baby out, or tell somebody you're about to clean something out.
Yeah, Zoe got the impression that there's something else going on in there, and it maybe is not the best place to dump the beta particles. But she can. So Zara, or Captain, I'm about to clear these beta particles out, but I'm detecting a shunted life support environment in another part of the ship. Can I dump them to that area?
She looks and says, "Wait, no, you don't need to do that. That's fine. I like beta particles. I could breathe them all day." And she just starts huffing beta particles. She just starts breathing in really heavily. Dr. Voraal, you're afraid she's going to hyperventilate from what she's doing?
I would recommend that you slow your breathing.
Oh no, we gotta get these beta particles out of here, and you all fine folks can be on your way because, well, frankly, we don't know where we are, but I'm pretty sure that we're not very far now. That if our engines get back online, we can just hop on over, and be on our merry way.
Okay, well, we'll set up an ambient isomeatic containment to filter them and jettison them out the Bussard collectors.
Okay. She actually does understand exactly what you're saying and approves. So somebody on the ship knows what's going on.
Do Orion freighters have Bussard collectors? I guess they must, right?
Sure, a version of them.
Okay.
Yeah, some version of them. It probably aids in piracy. We're just going to say that it aids in piracy.
All right.
Let me see. We've got so you've got the collection going. Zara gets a bit nervous because she's looking at what you're doing on the oh, hey Morning Falcon, thank you for the I think you went for the sub, didn't you? Somebody did. Oh yeah. Hey, thanks guys. It looks like we're getting people who are actually subbing. So thank you so much. Yeah, and don't forget we're nearing our wrap up, but you can watch me try and drag us to a cliffhanger. I'm just gonna go, if we really want to do a thing, whatever's in that room is great. Oh wow, with Prime, thank you. So yeah, whatever's in that room might be of interest, and I would encourage you to try and make it there as a bit of a.
Oh yeah, no, I just didn't know if you want us to try to do that now or.
I'd like to end it that way. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I was just.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You have my meta permission, to just go for it. Use whatever conniving Star Trek reason to do something is. Because I don't know how many. Because Zoe studied politics, it also means she can probably manipulate people.
Yeah. Okay. So, Captain, I'm shunting the beta particles through the ambient isomniatic containment, but I really need to do it from the secondary control panel.
Oh man, she is out of crew. She can't send anyone to support to follow up. Well, that sucks. Okay, well that should be in corridor 2, section 1, which is literally second door on the left. So she's not thrilled about this, but Xanthus seems to be distracting her, so she's not going to follow you.
Okay, all right, Doctor, I'll need your help here.
Of course.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make another corridor, and I'm going to clear out these guys. Charlie, all right, because this is how we do it. We do things with office supplies. Zoe and Dr. Voraal, copy. Plunk you guys into the corridor. The air is semi-clean. It's got power. And actually, as you guys come in, I'm going to have the power come back on at just about the same time all this happens, so that's funny. Let me see, I'm going to go with a square. So this room, which I'm going to mark in, let's go with green. That's the room that has the bypasses in it and stuff. There's, it's a rec room, but there's conduits and shit. And this room that has the purple in it is the sealed room.
Okay.
Well, it's not sealed, but it's definitely on its own life support.
Yep.
So you haven't told Dr. Voraal what you're doing, so that's going to be fun explaining it to your straight man.
Yep.
Okay.
Doctor, there's something going on. They've got an inordinate amount of power redirected to this chamber, and the captain didn't seem too keen on us investigating it, so I thought it was important for us to figure this out.
I agree. I'll do a life science scan.
Okay. You basically... Oh god, this is going to be good. You do find 2 life forms. The room is still somewhat shielded. It seemed to be either protective, or you're almost like it's an isolation chamber. But there seems to be at least 1 life form, possibly 2.
All right. Can I determine what the life form is? What?
Not at this point. There's at least one of them is Orion.
All right. Wow. Lieutenant Hernadez, do you think there is someone possibly in duress, being held against their will in this room?
I really don't know, Doctor. I suggest we just open the door and pull the phasers out and see what's what.
I agree. Proceed.
All right. So you have a 1, 2, 3 with the phasers.
Yep.
All right. Let me copy something and paste in what you come on to. You see another himbo Orion, but he's got let me see. He's got a little leather mask.
No.
And then you have a blindfolded, bound Tellarite.
Dear God. I'm glad Mark isn't here.
And Zode, you have galactic politics, right?
Yes.
You do recognize this is the Skan, who is a Tellarite politician and industrialist.
Okay.
Dr. Voraal points the phaser one and says, "Release your captive."
Harad Sar just goes, "What?" Knocking a riding crop over. By the way, the Harad is dressed slightly differently than the other himbos, and he has like this little crop top jacket, and it looks like something out of a freaking holo novel. For like, a romantic novel about Orion pirates and, the corset heaveth kind of thing. So this person is dressed up like something out of like a pimped out pirate thing. Skan appears to be in very comfortable handcuffs. with a blindfold, and his mouth is still free, and he says, "What's that? Is rescue come for me at last?" And he's kind of eager. He's kind of eager, but Harrod is definitely a little shocked by your entrance, and he shrieks a little, and then he kind of gets back into this lower voice of, "No, there is no rescue for you today. You are still a captive of the Orion pirate ship." And then he kind of like waves at you guys like, "Get the fuck out of here."
And out of nowhere, Zoe says, "Is that Saren Ilarian?"
Okay, and that's where I'll end it, because at that point he swallows his tongue. And that, I believe, counts as that. Because we had a debate. We did have a debate at lunch whether or not there was going to be anything in his mouth. Guess what won? All right. So, through one very interesting thing, let me see. Ron getting a Klingon, just getting out of the Klingon theme. Yes, it's right. You guys have a Klingon show. Sorry about that. I'm not being a very attentive host. But I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for playing. We ran a little long. Now, the thing is, there is... oh, thanks. And there are a lot of things going on here.